Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight, Creed 2. Who's excited? I'm excited. I know my niece is excited. I'm sure she's watching this now. She can't wait to see what I say. One of the greatest series of all times is the Rocky series. All the way through, and then they continued it with Creed, which is the son of Apollo Creed, Rocky's enemy, then best friend throughout the movie series. And in the first one, Rocky trains Creed, young Creed, Adonis Creed, to be a fighter and things like that. Now this is a sequel to that one. That was a fantastic movie. So Michael B. Jordan from Friday Night Lights plays in this. He is Adonis Creed. Sylvester Stallone, better known as Rocky, better known as Rambo, better known as everything. He is obviously in this. Tessa Thompson, Felicia Richard from The Cosby Show. And Dolph Lundgren, who is Ivan Drago. So if you've seen Rocky 4, you know what that's all about. So this is basically Ivan brings his son to challenge Apollo's son. So it's kind of reliving Rocky 4 a little bit and everything that we loved about that. So I'll get into it a little bit more. Haven't read too much about it because you get the synopsis. 7.6 on IMDb. Just came out today, so we could watch it at our home. I'll get to it and let you know what I think. 2 hours and 9 minutes, a little bit longer, but I don't care. We're doing it. All right, stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. Creed 2, 46 minutes and 50 seconds. I might be a little long-winded here. Let's start by just talking about the movie itself. It's progressing nicely. We know the whole synopsis, right? So Ivan Drago's kid comes to America, wants to fight Creed, Adonis Creed, who has just become the heavyweight champion of the world. And one piece of it that you might not know, and we're only at the 46th minute, Rocky doesn't want to be involved. And that's really it. So, he's got things going on. His girlfriend's great, family life is good. He just won the heavyweight championship. Now he's going to fight him. And they're preparing for this fight already in under an hour. So I wasn't sure coming into this movie, is it the end? At the end they fight and everything like that? Or what's going to happen after? Is there only one fight? What's going to happen here? I don't know. So I stopped it right here so I don't give any of those spoilers away. But the Drago Creed fight happens early. But the other reason I wanted to stop it here is I wanted everybody to realize how we got here. Again, I'm sorry I might be long-winded, but for those of you who are true fans, how did we get here? I'm sure there's a younger generation who are big fans of Michael B. Jordan, and rightfully so, the guy's awesome, who are watching it and might know a little bit about the history behind it, and are just watching it for him and Creed 1 and Creed 2. But for those of you who grew up with this, my sister introduced me to Rocky. And of course, after the first Rocky, great movie, no sequel is ever better. Probably one of the only times that is not the truth is Rocky 2. A constant debate, of course, but for me, Rocky 2 is better than the original. Can't have it without the original, but still. And then everybody talks about their favorite Rockies, whatever, and we've watched them throughout the years growing up. Everyone, even Rocky 5, had some of its moments. Not probably one of the best ones, and Balboa was okay, but anyway. And here, probably one of the only franchises that can film 6 movies about one boxer, very successful movies, end that series and start a new, fresh series using all the same characters. In a sense, not all of them, but, Mickey's not in this, or Hulk Hogan, but you know what I mean. I mean, like, they developed a storyline that continues on, and it's like, how far can they take this? And these are good movies. This isn't like junk that we're watching here. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick because I think that's overall the most impressive thing to me. I mean, we could call this, Rocky 8, maybe? Okay, but it's not. They've changed it, and one last thing I'll leave you with before I get back to the movie is Sylvester Stallone. I always thought of Sylvester Stallone as the thug and the big thug kind of in all these movies, but you realize after watching over the years, and even just from Rambo to Rocky, when he starts acting as Rocky again, because now we've seen him over time act in other movies where he's a little bit more polished. But in this one, he's Rocky Balboa, the poor kid, the poor Italian stallion from Philadelphia. He still talks does these mannerisms that Rocky would do. You know, he doesn't use a lot of high-strung words or anything like that, you know, and he just does, you know, sounds and stuff like that. You know what I mean if you are a fan of Rocky, and the way that Sylvester Stallone can still do it and act like him, I'm enjoying it. So anyway, alright, I told you I was going to be long-winded. I apologize. I'll get back into it right now. Maybe I'll check in again. I don't know. Stick around. Do whatever you want. But this is worth watching so far. I'll be back. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Creed 2. And still great movie. I love Michael B. Jordan, as we talked about. Sylvester Stallone did a fabulous job. The Russian that they got to play, Ivan Drago's son, not a lot of speaking parts, but big and powerful and fun to watch. There are, like I said, I was surprised that there's, and I hope this isn't spoiling it, but I won't give it too much. There are 2 fights. And so I'll let you figure out why and what happens in both fights. But one thing that I'm left with after watching this is, where do they go from here? I'm going to say, you know, I don't know, no matter on the outcome, how much farther can they take this? I mean, this was kind of a combination of Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 is my opinion. You know, and it was great. I enjoyed it. I liked the way that they utilized the new characters, you know, Creed, son, and the Ivan Drago's son into this, and I think it works really well. I just don't know how much more they can do it. Very similar to all the other movies that we've seen, even the music and stuff like that, the training montage. You know, again, very similar. So I don't know how much more they can do it, but that doesn't take anything away from this film. I just hope they don't try and do a Creed 3. I don't think, and maybe they'll be able to come up with a different type of storyline that would lead you away from this. But I think it's run its course for me. Not in this movie. Again, this movie's fantastic. Check it out. If you've seen Creed 1, you'll love Creed 2, and if you've seen the Rockies, I think you'll really enjoy this. And I think it's a good finishing movie. And if they want to, you know, have Rocky Balboa's grandson, you know, they can do something along those lines, that's fine. You know, or maybe Clubber Lang's kid comes out of the woodwork or something like that. Anyway, that's it in a nutshell. I don't think I have to go in any further. I wasted enough of your time in the check-in. I could have checked in a lot of times throughout this movie, but I didn't, so I wouldn't steal some time away from you. But check it out. Let me know what you think. I think it's definitely worth watching. If you've liked any of the movies in the past, you'll like this one too. Stays true. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.